You know, lately, I've been thinking, what exactly is the Nigerian dream? We've all heard of the American dream: work hard, stay on track, and you can build something, anything. Because over there, when you show up, the system actually works with you. But here's the thing, the American dream works because the system works. Sports, tech, film, fashion, education, every dream has a structure to hold it up. You can be an athlete, a mechanic, a creator, and there's a path for you to thrive. Now, what about us? What is the Nigerian dream? You know, I saw a video recently, a retired NFL player, Nigerian by heritage. He said when he came back home, his father told him, if not for America, you wouldn't be who you are today. And that hit me. Because where would that dream have happened here? What league would have found him? What academy would have developed him? Even when we get opportunity, we waste them. Recently, FIFA gave Nigerian Football Federation $1.2 million to build a stadium. What did we build? A football pitch. That's what we did with global funding. Someone pocketed the rest, and we still wonder why dreams never come true. We can't keep solving problems in silos. We can't keep waiting for miracles in a place that needs mechanics. We need to build deliberately, to invest in sport, in tech, in creative industry, in agriculture, not as charity, but as infrastructure. And that's the real difference in America. They build system that supports the dream. In Nigeria, we chase dreams and hope that they will build the system. Look at E1. Barely 2 years old. We're paying millions to bring them here, raising their value while ours remain untapped. We want global athletes, but we don't have leagues. We want world-class filmmakers, but we don't fund our stories. We want innovators, but power supply, we can't even have power supply. So maybe the question isn't what's the Nigerian dream? Maybe it is, when will we build a country where dreams can actually come true?
So to your first question, the Nigerian dream is to be better than your neighbor.
Are you spying? Are you spying?
No, that's the first thing I wrote.
That's what I wrote. The Nigerian dream is to blow and oppress my neighbor.
It is literally, I better pass my neighbor.
It's really sad.
Nobody
You two have a generator for that. Damn, I never actually thought about it from that perspective. That's crazy.
We are so focused on personal interests and individualism that we miss out on the communal and the impact, you know, the compounding impact of communal progress. I like the fact that FIFA used the pitch as their display picture.
Very petty,
I mean, we really deserve to be trolled. This concept of unmerited favor, unmerited grace is where we desire things we have not earned or worked for. We are very happy to thrive. You know, everybody's like, okay, there is no league in Nigeria. Instead of us to come together and put together something to send, oh, I'll send my child to England, you know, we'll do 4 or 5 years, we can get into a league there.
So before we talk about the Nigerian dream, I don't think we even have an agreement on what Nigeria is.
What makes a Nigerian?
What makes us Nigerians? If we speak to people from different sections of the country, we get different responses. So I think we need to coalesce around the idea of what is a Nigerian.
So we're going too far. Let's even start from basics.
Who are we? I mean, what values do we represent?
As
Before
Nigerian.
we can now dream collectively. If I don't see myself in you, our dreams cannot be the same. So which leads me back to, I was talking to Zuma earlier on. I think the fulcrum of your personality will be formed between your growing up years and primary and secondary school. By the time you leave secondary school, you're more or less set. I often reflect, and I find out that the reason why I'm so community driven is because when I was in secondary school, I was telling Zuma, in JS1, we're taught a subject called civics. And that subject was so important, it was a principal himself who came to teach it. So it was at that time I understood that I was a Nigerian and I was a stakeholder in Nigeria. So that, oh, let them do what they want, has never been my thing. So long as you are there, I'll speak to you, whether you want to hear it or not. I'll hear my views, and that's why I'm here. So first of all, we have to understand we have to coalesce around one identity.
It reminds me of what happened in Singapore, where they had to answer the identity question first. Who are we? Are we Chinese? Are we Malaysians? Where are we? Who are we? And once they answered that question, and then they went into what is important for each and everybody, and the government focused on that, it was easy to then galvanize the country and to say, let's build this. Now, I believe that the number one fundamental existential challenge of this country is unity. It's not about economic development. I think that economic development comes after that. Unity, the competing ends of this country in terms of ethnicity, in terms of geopolitical zone, whatever you call it, needs to come together and have an agenda of truth or progress of economic development. We need to come and say, who are we? Answer that identity, first of all. And then it is true that then we can then begin to say, what do we dream? A typical American will see them, when they sing their national anthem, they are crying.
Because it's touching.
Even though this is a country that enslaved is, people of color
continents
for 400 years. Even though this is the same country which the same people of color are still trying hard.
But LeBron James gets $23 million a year.
As far as they're concerned,
the people that are enslaved are crying with them when they are singing the national anthem.
Exactly.
I was going to ask they cry as well.
Exactly.
What they do.
So, but the problem is, so the idea is that a nation is not a nation without challenges. It will always have its challenges. But when they coalesce around a particular identity, it then helps them to be able to say, okay, what do we need to move forward, and what do we need to drive forward? We don't come together with the sense of what is good for the whole.
Except when Super Eagles are playing.
We come together for what is good for me, which is why sometimes when I look at Ikoyi, I call it urban slum. Because you see houses that are worth billions of naira, but then the roads that lead to them, how do you do that?
I don't agree that unity is our problem, because we are united in corruption. Very united when it comes to corruption, right? But every other thing you've said, spot on, your advocacy, I don't think there's anything I can add or remove, but please permit me to double down on this E1 conversation. Because I saw it happening, I saw everything. So this example is not to say, oh, these states I'm going to mention, they're better, right? But I'll just use Abuja because I went there last month. And yes, Wiki has this problem, Abuja has their own problems too, but in this conversation, the roads, we were driving and there was no pothole. It was smooth. I went to certain areas because I had to pick up a document, so I was using Google Map to move around. There was a bit of a level of sanity.
Google might give you the right direction. Not the Lagos, you just be driving, they'll just into somebody's parlor. It's like, how did I get here?
Lagos State can be better. You cannot drive a whole 2 kilometers. Let me not use 1 kilometer, so they will not say I'm exaggerating. You can't drive 2 kilometers in Lagos State and it's smooth.
Except on Third Mainland.
My point is, because right now it seems that even the current governor is at a state where he's arranging his portfolio, his influencer level, because he's about to go. Because that's the only vibe I'm getting now. Just pictures, events, he has done events. There is no project that is helping the people anymore. It's just about, right now, I think that he has gotten to his individualism states they were talking about, and he's realizing, oh, I'm about to go out of the office. So all this entertainment, picture, events, that is all you see him doing now. So what exactly has been done between when he came in again and now, and what is it that he plans to do before he leaves? It doesn't make sense. And we keep saying that this is the center of excellence. Then when you talk about IGR, we have the most money, but it looks like the gutter of Nigeria at the moment.
I don't think Lagos State government haven't done anything, or the current administration. Like we have the blue line.
I live in Lagos. I drive to Lagos.
Having been part of the Lagos State government before, I can tell you that Lagos is an extremely difficult space to govern.
Wow. Okay. So that's the excuse for them.
Let me finish.
And you can't compare Lagos with Abuja. Once you build an infrastructure for 2 million people and 10 million people are residing there, they will generate more waste, there will be more wear and tear. I'm not holding brief. I'm not part of the
that's what you're doing. Let's not say no. That's what you're doing.
Wait.
this is why most times I'm talking about Nigeria. It's because we keep
let's
making
wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
for mediocrity.
Okay, for me, all right.
Hold on. I'm not done. I mean, you guys let me finish. So Elsie, I agree with you that as citizens of Nigeria and residents of Lagos, we should expect more from those who lead us.
Absolutely.
But I think it would be manifestly unfair to say that the government is not doing anything at all. As a matter of fact, when we meet at national events for peer review, quote me, most other states wait to see what Lagos State has done, including your state.
Charity begins at home, because if it isn't homegrown, it isn't authentic and won't bear any lasting fruit.